that's what you're looking for. That's where you need to click your name. If you get a box that pops up that's white, or it's your browser trying to fill in passwords for you and everything, don't click on that because you won't get in. If you don't select your name from this gray box that's part of the free Toast host site, it won't let you in. My password manager knows me, so it's letting me in. And it remarkably looks about the same as it did before. The only difference is now you have access to these links. Well, why do you want access to these links? Well, the very first thing that you want to have access to is the meeting agendas. So if you want to find out what's going on, click on those meeting agendas. It will bring up the meeting agenda for the next meeting on the calendar automatically. That's where it lands. So when you go in here, if I haven't already assigned a role, this one's already been assigned, so I'm going to pull up an agenda that's farther out into the future. Let's go to February 9th. You see these sign up buttons? Let's say you've planned out, and on February the 9th, you want to be the Toastmaster. You'd come out here and do sign up, and it will put your name in the Toastmaster. That simple to sign up for a role. Now you'll notice when I did that, it popped my picture in here. That's because I have set up my profile. So in the members only, you do edit your profile, and it asks you a few questions on the basic information. It asks you your name. This is where it gets the name that it pops up in that little gray bar to log in. Your email addresses, your telephone number. It knows your Toastmasters number. And then over here on the member bio photo, it'll allow you to type a biography, a brief little biography. And Sally has been encouraging us to get out there and fill in our bios. You notice mine is conspicuously blank. Barbara, I saw yours was out there. You have a bio. Good job. And so this is where you fill in your bio. You can type 650 characters about yourself. This is out there for people to look at that are new or prospective members, so they can see about you and what Toastmaster, what you want them to know as a Toastmaster. And then you upload your photo, that photo that shows up on the agenda, so that if people are new to your club, they print out an agenda and they can put faces with names. You can also, from here, email the agenda, print the agenda, and some of you may have the ability to edit the agenda. It depends on what your role is in the club. I believe most of the club officers can edit the agenda, and I think the Toastmaster for that particular meeting can also. Now, you know that we all have emails, and we don't particularly care to have those released out into the wild, printed on flyers, printed on websites and Facebook pages and things, because it allows too many people to scrape the web to pick up your information and then use it or sell it. What you may not know is that there are special email addresses if you're a club officer for the Toast of Woo. So if you want to email everybody in the club that's set up on our Toast host site, you can email them at this address, members-4206@toastmastersclub.org. This will, the program behind our agenda, behind our website, will then send emails to everybody in the club. The only thing you have to remember is that when you use these email addresses, you have to be emailing from the email account that you're registered as. That way it filters it so that you can't have somebody spamming people all the time. So it's like, yeah, are you on this list? Yeah, you're on this list. Okay, you can send that mail. Same way with officers. You can email all the officers in the Fairview Heights Toastmaster Club by using this site. You can individually email all of the club officers, and anybody can use these email addresses. So if you're doing some promotional materials, and you want, say, to contact our club, contact the VPPR at 4206toastmastersclubs.org. You don't have to give James's address out. You just give this out and anybody can use it. And the nice thing about that is it doesn't expire. So next year when we change officers and we go into this website and we put in the new officers and what office they hold, the email that gets sent to the Vice President of Public Relations will go to whoever the current Vice President of Public Relations is. So these links don't expire. So if you want to put them on promotional business cards or whatever, you can do that. But this is where you find all of those email addresses. And there's a bunch of email addresses in here that you can scroll through and look at.
Okay, Rebecca, question.
Yeah, sure.
If you do use this email address and somebody wants to respond to you, then does it come back to your, like I use bkshoot@gmail.com. Does it come back to my email address or can you respond to this?
This is linked to the officer's email addresses. So if somebody emails secretary at, let's see, where are you at? Maybe I don't have you set up as a secretary. I'll have to look at that and see. But like if somebody wanted to email Suzanne, this would go to her private email address. It's just a way of passing out the email so that you don't have to give your email address to people you don't know.
Okay, but would the person you send it to, let's say that I send one out to all the club members, would they be able to respond to me? Or is it just simply no response?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm not sure how well it masks it after that, but I believe that is the case.
Okay. Thank you.
And finally, there is a download section, and we are still working on some of the contents for the download section. We want to get all of the forms that you would use in a meeting roll out here. The form for the timer, for the counter grammarian. Right now that's not out here, but there are some things out here that, remember me showing you the Toastmaster wears many hats on the one that's on here is from probably 20 years ago because it has the old Toastmasters logo. So if you want to look at a blast from the past before I update this, take a look at the Toastmaster wears many hats from this site and compare it to the one that they have today. I opened it up and I was a little bit tickled about it. And also, I wanted to point out to you that the meeting minutes are out here. So as Barbara does the meeting minutes, they get uploaded out here. Thank you, Barbara. And so all of the club can look at them, which I thought was really great. So I found that today when I was putting together this presentation. If you want to check out the club meeting minutes, this is where you find them. Now, I'm going to go to my other browser and do the what if things go wrong. So let me go here and okay, let's say you want to log in. Again, start typing your name and don't pay any attention to these little white boxes that pop up. That's your web browser doing that. Wait for that little gray box. You click on that. You don't know your password. Go ahead and click on Authenticate Login. And it'll tell you, check your email. The email's just been sent to you with authentication credentials, and you can use that link to get onto here and change your password. Or there are people that never remember their password. They just all the time type their name in, hit authenticate, and then go to their email and follow the link. So if things go wrong, that's how you